Welcome to The Human Curious, where we unravel the greatest stories ever told, one mystery at a time. Here, ancient myths meet modern minds, and every episode is a journey into the heart of what makes us human. If you're fascinated by the big questions and love exploring the untold stories behind our shared history, you're in the right place. Subscribe, share, and like for more deep dives into human curiosity. Ready to get started? Let's open the first page together. Before time was measured, before calendars marked the passing of days, stories were our way of understanding the world. These weren't just idle tales, they were attempts to explain the unexplainable, to grapple with the mysteries of existence. They tried to explain why life is so complicated, why joy is often fleeting, and why we chase what we can't have. They were the first philosophies, the earliest forms of science, and the foundations of our cultures. Among the countless characters that populate these ancient narratives, two figures stand out: Pandora from Greek myth, crafted by gods, a woman of immense beauty and curiosity, and Eve from the Abrahamic tradition, the first woman in a perfect garden, a symbol of innocence and potential. Both face temptation, a pivotal moment that would define their legacies. And both are blamed, often unfairly, for unleashing trouble and suffering on humanity. Their actions, whether driven by curiosity or a desire for knowledge, had profound and lasting consequences. Imagine being remembered for millennia, your name synonymous with the origin of all the world's woes. Imagine being forever known as the one who opened the door to suffering, unleashing plagues, sorrows, and all manner of evils upon the world, or got us kicked out of paradise, banished from a state of eternal bliss and innocence, condemned to a life of toil and hardship. Yet their stories endure, passed down through generations, retold and reinterpreted in countless ways. Not just as warnings, cautionary tales of what happens when curiosity gets the better of us, but as mirrors reflecting our own desires, our own flaws, and our own mistakes. They force us to confront the darker aspects of human nature. These aren't just tales about them. They are narratives woven with threads of universal human experience. They're about us, our insatiable curiosity, our inherent flaws, and the often unforeseen consequences of our actions. So let's look closer, much closer, at Pandora and Eve, and the choices that echo through time, shaping our understanding of good and evil, right and wrong. We'll explore their infamous mistakes, dissecting the moments of decision that led to their legendary status, and what they unleashed on the world, examining the ripple effects of their actions and their enduring impact on human culture. This is a journey into the heart of what it means to be human, a quest to understand our own nature through the lens of these timeless tales. With all our brilliant flaws, our capacity for both great good and unspeakable evil, their stories still resonate, speaking to us across the millennia with a power that transcends time and culture. Even in our supposedly enlightened age, when science and reason have supposedly conquered myth and superstition, let's begin and see what these ancient stories can teach us about ourselves. Pandora, her name, a beautiful echo from ancient Greek, means all gifted, a name brimming with promise, hinting at blessings bestowed upon her. But as we delve into the myth, we discover that names can be deceiving, and gifts can sometimes carry unforeseen consequences, created not by mortal hands but by the gods themselves high atop Mount Olympus. Each deity contributed a unique talent, a special skill, making her a masterpiece of divine craftsmanship. But her creation wasn't born of benevolence. It was conceived as a calculated punishment, a divine retribution unleashed upon humanity, who had earned the ire of Zeus. She was beautiful, charming, and irresistible, a vision of loveliness designed to captivate and disarm. Her allure was a weapon, carefully crafted to mask the true nature of her purpose. Her wedding present, a seemingly innocent token to mark the beginning of her new life. Not a toaster, or a set of fine linens, but a sealed jar, an ornate vessel of unknown contents. It was a gift shrouded in mystery, its secrets carefully guarded, with one rule, simple yet impossible to ignore: don't open it. A clear boundary, a direct command, designed to be broken. Why give someone a forbidden box, a locked door, a secret just begging to be unveiled? What purpose could such a gift possibly serve? The temptation was built in, woven into the very fabric of the gift. It was an irresistible pull, a siren song calling to her inquisitive nature. Predictably, inevitably, curiosity won. The allure of the unknown proved too powerful to resist, the forbidden fruit too tempting to ignore. Pandora, succumbing to her innate desire for knowledge, opened the jar. The seal was broken, the boundary crossed, and the world would never be the same. Out flew all the world's evils, a swarm of darkness unleashed upon an unsuspecting world, sickness weakening the body and clouding the mind, death, the ultimate end, the inescapable fate that awaits us all, toil, the endless struggle, the back-breaking labor that drains our energy and spirit, misery, the crushing weight of despair, the emotional pain that lingers long after the physical wounds have healed, troubles that haunt us still, echoing through the ages, shaping our present and coloring our future. In her panic, realizing the enormity of what she had done, she slammed the lid shut, desperately trying to contain the chaos she had unleashed. Trapping one thing inside, hope. A tiny spark of light amidst the encroaching darkness, a fragile promise of a better tomorrow. So, while Pandora unleashed suffering upon the world, a torrent of hardship and pain, she also left us with hope, a flickering flame in the darkness, a constant reminder of the possibility of redemption. The one thing that makes hardship bearable, the unwavering belief that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, things can, and will, get better. The god's punishment was complex, a carefully constructed paradox designed to test the limits of human endurance, suffering, an unavoidable part of the human experience, but also resilience, the indomitable spirit that allows us to rise above our challenges and emerge stronger than before. Was it justice, a fair and measured response to human transgression, or just a test of human spirit, a trial by fire designed to reveal the true strength and character of humankind? Pandora's story is a dramatic reminder, a cautionary tale passed down through generations, its lessons still relevant today. Curiosity can change everything, for better or for worse. It can lead to groundbreaking discoveries, but also to unforeseen consequences. And sometimes what's left behind, the remnants and echoes of our actions, is just as important as what escapes, shaping our understanding of the world and our place within it. Hope remains, a constant companion, a silent promise. Even when all else is lost, when darkness descends and despair threatens to consume us, hope persists, a beacon in the night. That's the paradox, the beautiful and terrible truth at the heart of Pandora's story. At the heart of her myth lies a profound exploration of human nature, our flaws, our strengths, and our enduring capacity for hope. And it's why her story still matters, why it continues to resonate with us across centuries and cultures, offering a timeless reflection on the human condition. Now, we turn our gaze to another garden, a space brimming with life and potential, much like the one we just explored. Here we find another first woman, a figure destined to make a choice that would resonate through eternity. And inevitably, another forbidden act, a transgression that would alter the course of existence. Eve lived in Eden, a sanctuary of unparalleled beauty and tranquility, a place where harmony reigned supreme. This paradise came with one rule, a single boundary set amidst boundless freedom: don't eat from the tree of knowledge, a tree laden with the promise of understanding but also the peril of awareness. Enter the serpent, a creature of cunning and deception, a master of manipulation. Sly and persuasive, the serpent slithered into Eve's thoughts, weaving a tapestry of doubt and curiosity. Planting seeds of doubt, the serpent questioned the divine decree, challenging the very foundation of Eden's order. The fruit looked good, radiant, and tempting, a visual feast that promised untold delights. It promised wisdom, a deeper understanding of the world and oneself, a tantalizing prospect for the inquisitive mind. And Eve's curiosity was piqued, her desire for knowledge outweighing the fear of transgression. She ate, succumbing to the allure of the forbidden, taking a bite that would forever alter her destiny. Then shared with Adam, extending the consequences of her choice to the man who stood by her side. This wasn't just about fruit, it was a symbolic act, a rebellion against the established order. It was a choice to defy, to challenge the boundaries set by a higher power, to seek knowledge, to unravel the mysteries of existence, even at the cost of innocence. Instantly, innocence vanished, replaced by a newfound awareness of self and the world around them. They felt shame, hid from God, their nakedness a symbol of their lost purity. And paradise was lost, the gates of Eden closing behind them, forever barring their return. The taste of knowledge brought awareness, a double-edged sword that illuminated both the beauty and the harsh realities of life. And alienation, a sense of separation from God, from nature, and from their own true selves. Their world changed forever, the idyllic landscape of Eden replaced by the challenges and uncertainties of the mortal realm. Not just for them, but for all of humanity, their descendants inheriting the consequences of their fateful decision, but for all who followed, carrying the weight of knowledge and the burden of choice. The consequences were profound, a ripple effect that continues to shape our world today. Mortality, the inevitable end that awaits all living beings. Toil, the sweat and struggle required to sustain life. Pain, both physical and emotional, an intrinsic part of the human experience. And a new sense of self, a heightened awareness of our own individuality and mortality. Eden had an exit, a path leading away from innocence and into the complexities of the world. And they found it, stepping out of paradise and into the unknown. Eve's choice echoes through the corridors of time, a constant reminder of the power of choice and its far-reaching consequences. As a turning point in human history, a moment that forever altered our relationship with ourselves, with God, and with the world around us. Sometimes in the grand tapestry of existence, one act changes everything, setting in motion a chain of events that shapes the destiny of generations to come. Place Pandora and Eve side by side, their stories are strikingly similar. Both faced a prohibition, a jar not to open, a fruit not to eat. Both were tempted by curiosity and the allure of the forbidden. Their choices unleashed suffering and changed humanity's fate. Each became a symbol of blame, but also of the human struggle between obedience and autonomy. Their stories aren't just about fault, they're about the cost of choice. The tension between safety and knowledge, obedience and freedom is timeless, and it's a dilemma we still face. Pandora and Eve's stories are more than tales of misbehavior. They're explorations of what it means to be human. Our curiosity drives us to discover, create, and question, but it also leads us into trouble. These myths show that the desire to know is both our strength and our vulnerability. Both women made choices. Neither was forced. Free will is central, but so is responsibility for the consequences. Mistakes, even catastrophic ones, are part of being human. We're caught between divine expectations and earthly impulses. The myths don't just warn, they acknowledge that suffering and awareness are part of our journey. Through struggle we define ourselves. Pandora's echo and Eve's legacy remind us. Our flaws are inseparable from our humanity, and that's why their stories endure. Quick question for you. What's the most curious thing you've ever wondered about? Maybe it's what's at the bottom of the ocean or how dreams really work. Take a moment and let us know in the comments. We love seeing what sparks your imagination. After all, curiosity isn't just for myths, it's what keeps our own stories unfolding every day. Curiosity is the engine of progress, and of trouble. Without it, we'd never have discovered fire or explored the stars. But Pandora's curiosity unleashed suffering, not enlightenment. The myth warns, not all knowledge is worth seeking, and some doors are best left closed. History's great explorers found new worlds and brought new problems. Curiosity brings both achievement and risk. Is it a virtue or a vice? The answer is both. Like fire, curiosity can illuminate or destroy. The challenge is to temper it with wisdom and responsibility. That's the lesson we still struggle to learn. Disobedience. Sometimes it's reckless, sometimes it's revolutionary. Eve's bite and Pandora's opening of the jar were acts of defiance. Why do we break rules? Sometimes for autonomy, sometimes for justice, sometimes out of impulse. History is full of rebels who changed the world for the better and those who brought disaster. The line between principled rebellion and foolish defiance is thin. Pandora and Eve's stories warn of catastrophic consequences but also hint at growth and awareness. Disobedience can lead to suffering but also to knowledge and change. These myths ask, is it better to obey and remain ignorant or to risk everything for understanding? The answer isn't simple. It's the complexity that makes us human. History repeats itself. Temptation, curiosity, unintended consequences. Pandora and Eve's themes are alive today. Our pursuit of technology is modern-day forbidden knowledge. Nuclear power promised progress but brought new dangers. The internet gives us knowledge and misinformation, privacy loss, and new risks. We keep opening jars, hoping for good, but unleashing trouble too. On a personal level, we chase shortcuts and instant gratification, despite warnings. Human nature hasn't changed. We're still curious, still tempted, still making choices with big consequences. The patterns are ancient, but the stakes are new. We're living the same story, again and again. Millennia later, Pandora's jar and Eve's fruit still haunt us. These myths aren't relics. They're blueprints for our choices. Every step forward brings new risks and responsibilities. The challenge isn't to suppress curiosity or disobedience, but to channel them wisely. We're destined to question, to explore, to sometimes disobey. The real test is whether we can learn from the past and write a better ending. Can we open new jars without unleashing disaster, or are we forever repeating history's first mistake? Thanks for joining us on this journey through myth, meaning, and the mysteries of curiosity. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to subscribe for more thought-provoking adventures. Share this video with your fellow seekers, and comment below with your thoughts or questions. We love hearing from you. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep your curiosity alive. See you on the next Curiosity Chronicle.